Found the ILX next to my Integra. It's basically the same car. Like mine a little bit more. The only real difference, I got the lift back, and the ILX is the sedan, but the Integra is basically the successor to the ILX. Same color. Never thought I would bump into another one. That's the second time in like 2 weeks. What's going on, YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. Today's video, I'm about to tell you all how much I paid for my 2023 Acura Integra. So I bought this brand new. It's been about 3 weeks so far. Almost broken in. But I'm about to go down the financials, the monthly payment, how much insurance is, all of that good stuff. So if you're in the market, and it's a terrible time to be in the market, no fault of the dealerships, it's just the way that the interest rates are going right now. So inflation is terrible, so that's going to reflect on how much you pay. If you have to get a loan out on the car, it's not going to be a good time for you. So I'm about to go over all that information. And before I do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. Alright, so before I get into the numbers, let me introduce you all to the car. If it's your first time visiting the channel, welcome aboard, subscribe. This is my 2023 Acura Integra. So I got it. I'm gonna go over all the options that I have right now. So I got the manual, and if you're a huge car enthusiast, you know that's every option. I got no dealer add-on accessories. That might stuff like the illuminated Acura badge, the black badges, carbon fiber wing. I got none of that stuff. No heated steering wheel. I need that. Talk about that later. But I needed the manual. Didn't care what it cost. I did care what it cost. But to get the manual, you got to get this thing fully loaded. And since I'm a huge proponent of saving the manuals, here we are. Proof is in the pudding. I got it. But let's take a walk around the car before I get into the numbers and everything. I'm about to walk around with this giant window sticker and just go over some of the features that we do have on here. So the Integra comes standard with a lot of features, but I'm about to get y'all into the features that I have because I haven't studied what makes the base Integra the base Integra. But I got the A-Spec package, which comes with these 18s. I believe the stock wheels might be 17s, and you can option up to a 19-inch wheel as well. And I got LED fog lights, as you can see down here. It's LED in there. And this car comes with all-season tires, which is garbage, but it's exactly what I need because it's about to be in the winter seasons. We got this deck lid spoiler back here, which is black and dirty, so I need a car wash. Haven't washed the car since I got it. And last but not least, you get these sport pedals down here. So you got the aluminum pedals down there, and you see I got the red interior. No added cost for this. Also, I got the tech package, which is something you have to get the manual. And I recommend this package. You got the ELS audio, come with 16 speakers, sound phenomenal. Like, that's one of the best parts of the car to me. And we got the micro suede inserts on those seats. I'm not sure you can get these red seats with the other models, but with this package, I got the micro suede right down the middle, not the headrest. So other things I got low speed braking control, which I'm not paying attention. It'll hit the brakes for me automatically. Rain sensing wipers. We got wireless phone charger, front and rear parking sensors, heads up display. This car is loaded with features. I'm just reading a very small portion, but it's loaded with standard features. So it's a good bargain if you don't want to go crazy on price. So this car is like $36,000 something. Every color minus the regular gray. I got the liquid carbon color. So the black, red, blue, the white, they all are extra. So this car standard comes to $37,395. That's before taxes or anything. That's MSRP. You can find that on Acura's website. All right, so let's get into numbers. So if you're buying a car in this market, that is the equivalent of dropping the soap. And if you know anything about certain lifestyle, you know exactly what I mean. Speaking of soap, shout out to Drew, bdrew.com. Got the liquid black soap. So that's my wife's company's proud sponsor of this channel. Go check out the link in the description. Got the black soap to wash your body with, beard, butter. Check out the link in the description. But this is not a pleasurable time to buy a car. Interest rates are way up, inventory is way down, so that puts the ball in the dealership's court. And low inventory means they can mark the prices up. So like I said, this car, as is, MSRP $37,395. And that is not what I paid for the car, obviously, so we got taxes and fees and dealership costs and things of that nature. So I was on the market for a Civic Si, because people like to point that out, like the Civic is cheaper. But I think for me personally, I enjoyed the Integra, even though the Civic is cheaper. Mechanically identical, but this is a better choice for me. So I consider myself to be financially savvy. Like I normally get great deals on my financing, get the longest term for the lowest rates, but I could not pull that off in this instance right here. It's an electric Jeep. That was pretty quiet. The hybrid. So I'm pretty with it. I'm a savvy investor, like stock market, I'm into all that kind of good stuff. So this channel was a finance channel before it became a car channel. So most people don't know that. Take a look at my first video. I looked at that credit union credit card. When I started to sign up, it was like, you gotta be a member. I'm like, this is much work.
You gotta get down the MX Gold.
MX Gold?
MX Gold.
Okay.
That's your next
I was working with the Blue Cash card for like 4 years, and it was good for me because groceries, gas, like 6% on groceries, 3% on gas, 1% on everything.
Then you gotta start credit card sharing. Get some like the points, stack up the points, get credit cards, stack up the points.
I want to do it. I'm the manager.
You're the manager.
A partner, so we just go half on the houses. So the first house, I just liquidated my Roth IRA, bought the house cash, and then now I can do the BRRRR method where I buy, refinance, renovate, and all that stuff. So I haven't done that yet because it's super difficult to get a bank to want to finance a house, and then insurance companies, they don't really want to deal with the houses here.
You paid cash?
Cash.
Ah, okay. And how much are they worth right now, would you say?
They're worth at least 30, 35, 40 maybe. The house that I evicted someone in, that one, I think it went down in value. I'm not the type that gets taken advantage of at a dealership because this is my 26th, 27th car to date that I've owned, so I do this often, very often. So I'm not out here, I'm not a noob. I look young, but I'm older than what you think, so I'm financially savvy. So getting back to the point. So this instance, I brought my own financing to the table. So I work with the credit union, so financing. So dealerships, they have their own circle of finances, and I have my finance company that I use, my credit union, and they generally have one of the better rates. So I chose to use them, and that rate was 4.74% until I waited 1 day later. The interest rate went up to 4.99%. But this is why I choose to use my same person at my same credit union. They were able to make a phone call, and we were able to roll that back to yesterday's rate. So I still got this car at 4.74%, which is not great at all. So my other cars have been like 2.7%. So the Camaro's at maybe it's at 2.99% or 3.29, but 4.74, this is the highest I've ever. It's definitely on the new car, that's a lot. So I bought this car at Jeffrey Acura, shout out to them, great salespeople, and financing, it was a smooth process. But their rates, their best rate for me, I got like a 800 and something credit score, shout out to me, but that's their best rate was 5.99%, and that is crazy to pay for a car. So of course I did not take that. But of course, that came with the penalty. So the penalty was, and multiple dealerships do that, it's not just them. Same thing happened with my Camaro. If you don't use the dealership's financing, there's things that can happen. So in this case, if I didn't use that 5.99%, there was markup involved. That markup was $750. I'm gonna add that to the price, and I'll do the whole list in a little bit later. So it was either 5.99% at the higher interest rate, or 4.74% interest. So I chose the lower interest rate, but I got that markup, so $750 added on to that. I was trying to negotiate that. Actually, that was negotiated down because the Integras are marked up too. Not as high as the Civics, but the Civics, everyone I've seen is marked up $5,000. The Integra is about $2,000-$3,000 depending on where you go to. So I called around a few dealerships on these as well. So that was what I was able to negotiate too, $750 markup. So that markup, tried to negotiate, could not be used on any accessory. Like, I wanted that heated steering wheel. I'm gonna keep saying that because it's cold out here. It's like 40 something degrees out here. that heated steering wheel is necessary, and it should have been standard in this car, but it wasn't. So that was just that. And so the dealership, they did help me out, so to say. So they, for that markup that generally doesn't come with anything, I was able to get the paint protection, and I have paint protection. Didn't care for it, but it's better than nothing, I guess. So here's another thing. So this is just for your general knowledge. I'll get to the numbers, but I just think you all should know. And it's not just Jeffrey Acura, it's other dealerships too. Like plenty, when I was getting my Camaro, plenty other dealerships will say that you cannot refinance the price of their financing for a certain amount of time. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. You can refinance whenever, because refinancing is the same as, so to say, paying as cash. So if I finance this car with the dealership's financing and I just pay the whole lump sum off, that's essentially the same thing as coming to the table and refinancing, because they're going to write a check to that company, just pay it all off. So who's to say that there's a penalty? So you can pay off a car anytime. There's no penalty. So dealerships saying that you can't refinance in 3-4 months, I've heard 6 months. No dealership says the same thing consistently, and especially at these GM dealerships. So watch out for that. You can refinance as soon as you can. Like, I definitely refinance before that first statement comes, because with my credit union, you can only refinance a new car loan within the first 30 days. Anything after that, you get a used car interest rate, and those are up. So don't let that happen to you. If they say that, that's BS. And I call multiple, like, I know dealership owners, so they can't run that on me. So, and Jeffrey Acura didn't say that to me, but I just want you all to know, because I'm looking out for y'all interests. That's why I'm making this video for you all. So don't let them say that. You can, if you can, and I could have taken that higher interest rate and refinanced it the next day or a couple days later once it got into the system. I didn't feel like doing that, man. I hate doing that. That's an added inconvenience for me. Like, I just want to be like, dude, just give me the car at MSRP and let me bring my financing, but it's an added stress. And the dealership gets their kickback just like I get my kickback with my credit unions, because they reward me by way of dividend at the end of the year. Finance companies reward the dealership for having people keep these loans for at least 3 months. If you get out of that loan before then, the dealership doesn't get their maximum reward for doing that. So just throwing that out there for you all. All right, so talking numbers. Like I said, the baseline price, $37,395. With that $750 markup, we're at $38,145. Documentary fee, $230. We got a filing fee, $24. And then, so added to that, the total taxable price at that point is $38,399. And then we add taxes to it. And after the taxes were $2,303.94. We have a license fee at $136. Title and registration, $16. I also got a tire protection warranty. This car, low profile, need that. I'll probably use it, running over stuff already. So tire package, $899. So the grand total came to $41,753.94. So this is where what I pay per month comes into play. And also, I'll shout out another credit union that I do have, but I did not use, American One Credit Union. They have the best rates out there. They're still at like 3.74%, so check them out. I'll put them on the screen. Bing! So 3.74% for 72 months. So for me, with the credit union that I go with, I got 83 months, and I do 83 months because it's the same interest rate from 24 months to 83 months. If I go to 84 months, boom, through the roof. So 83 months for me. I do all of my cars this way. So my monthly payment for this Integra, the $41,000 something is $593.44 per month. So that, while I didn't get bent over, get the juice out, I did not get the best deal. I feel like the best deal was MSRP, and I was $750 away from that. So that's the best that I was able to do for myself that I'm comfortable with. Like anything more, like $40,000 was my budget, maybe 41, but I'm almost there, right there. So that's what I paid for for my 2023 Acura Integra. So I was just talking insurance. The insurance on here is reasonable. Surprisingly, the WRX is cheaper than this car. It was about $60 a month for the WRX. This car adds on about $80 a month, so that's fairly reasonable for this car. So $80 a month per month for insurance. No accidents on my record. Something smells terrible out here. So with buying the Acura and with the Jeffrey Automotive Group, if you don't buy an Acura like the Kia, Nissan, Honda, and Acura, they give you 3 free oil changes. But with buying the Acura, this is the Acura's thing, it's free maintenance for 2 years, 24,000 miles. Factor that in, that's a plus for me, no matter how you cut it. I shouldn't have to use it, but it's nice if I need it, it's there. And one last thing, another thing that led me to Honda that I found out on my own, the Honda employee discount has been suspended for, y'all know why it's suspended. Same thing happened for me with my GM discount. They made me use their financing to use the GM discount, which saved me like $4,500, $5,000 on my Camaro. Honda, they just suspended it across the whole board. So that could have saved me money. That's what I intended on doing. Can't do that. That's what I paid for my 2023 Acura Integra. Let me know what you all are paying, and did you get markup? Because I'm hearing markup is a common thing. So I made it out with $750. Not my most proud thing, because I'm trying to tell you all not to pay it, and I got hit with it. But that's where we are. I could have avoided it at a higher interest rate. I don't like high interest rates, so that's the choice I made. So I'm cute. That's all I'm gonna leave you with today. That's the numbers. Totally happy with the car though. This is an amazing daily driver, having fun with it. Lower horsepower, hitting these cars harder than a log, dog. But I'm cute checking out. The camera cuts off at the most inopportune times, but like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the bell, browse the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.